Hello, welcome once again. This is Career Campus UG, and my name is Joshua Singe. Today, I want to talk about personal branding or building a personal brand as a student. If you don't know a personal brand is the reputation, the identity, the value that people associate with you. What do you want to be known for? What are you known for? So, how different are you from the rest? And that difference, that identity, that reputation is what we call a personal brand. And it is very important to build that personal brand as early as possible. Because once you have a strong personal brand, then there are lots of opportunities. You can be spotted quickly, you can be supported, you can be known by a potential employer, etc. So it's very important to build this personal brand as early as possible. But where do you start from? What are some, of those steps that you need to take to start building your personal brand? So these are some of the steps I would like to share with you. Step number one, you need to discover who you are. You need to discover yourself. What is your strength? What is your weakness? What are you passionate about? uh, you know what do you find easy to do? What can you do even without being pushed? So that you get to know yourself and what you want to build. Are you the talkative person? Are you the one who wants to interact with people? Are you the one who wants to keep to yourself? So it's very important to do some level of self discovery. Number two is to define what you want to be known for. And in this definition, you could have 2 to 3 areas where you say, I want to be known for this. I want to be known as a public speaker. I want to be known as, a wonderful leader. I want to be known as, somebody who is passionate about engineering. So you define some of those things that you want to place a lot of focus on, and that align with who you are. you know you say, I love engaging people, and therefore I want to focus into public speaking, for example. And so once you define what you want to be known for, and then you start the other aspect, you start to build the relevant skills in those areas. So it's very important to build those skills as early as possible. Look for opportunities. For example, if there is a volunteering opportunity in that area that you desire, please go for it. If you need to do some internship in that area, or, that you want to be known for, please go for it. If there are opportunities, for example, if there are events and you want to build your brand as, for instance, one of the best MCs, their events, you ask for opportunities, to co-MC, to learn how the MCs do it, so you start slowly to build those relevant skills. And then once you have built the relevant skills, the next step is being visible. Visibility. There is a saying that says that doing business without marketing is like winking at a girl in the dark. you know so you need to be visible. People need to know your skills. People need to know, this is what you're passionate about. And being visible can be two-way. So you can go visible in terms of the social networks. So make sure you utilize, the different social media platforms to have a profile there, to share what you're good at. And you don't need to be on all. I've seen one of the mistakes that many people do is to try to be on all the different social media platforms. No, you need to be on those that are relevant, and those that relate with your personal brand that you're trying to build. So platforms like LinkedIn are very wonderful. That potential employers, partners can be able to know this person is passionate, and you can be able to work together. So LinkedIn, you can do YouTube or YouTube channel, and also the other platform, depending on the brand. If you're into entertainment, you want to build an entertainment brand, TikTok, etc. would be very good social media platform. So you start building a profile there and showing some of those skills. And then the other aspect in terms of visibility that you need also to utilize are the networks. Make sure that you are visible in the different networks. You know, your friends know about your strength, you know about your skills. If it's in school, your teachers know, your lecturers know, the people you relate with. If there are events, they get to know. So utilize every opportunity. You network with different people to be able to share with them some of the skills that you're good at, and where your strength is. And through that, you would open your chances of being taken on by different people, working with different people, because they know that this is what you stand for, this is what you love, this is what you're able to do and go, even if it means an extra mile. So those are some of the areas that you need to consider while building a personal brand. Once you have those in place, please go for it. Build it, build your brand as early as possible, and I can guarantee you, you will certainly be on the right path to success. Thank you so much. That is all I had to share for today. If you love the video, please do like the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and check out all the other videos as well. Thank you and have a good day.